This is a teardown of a Panini My X, and I believe this is basically like a check scanner. And it's quite the interesting device. I'm not sure why it's so busted up, but it doesn't really matter at this point because it's going to get tore down. And, oh wow, that's cool. Never realized. It makes sense, but so basically it has two pass-through scanners, like your normal desktop scanner and a copier, except they're small. And there is a ink cartridge in here because I believe they will print on the checks when you scan them. So this has an HP C6602A black cartridge. I do find it interesting how a lot of these odd third-party devices, if they do print something, they end up using HP cartridges a lot of times. I'm guessing it's because it's just cheap to get a pre-made head assembly from them rather than designing it yourself. I'm going to try to get this bottom off. Trying to avoid if this seal is broken. It's funny that they printed that on a like a brother. Oh no, I guess it is a warranty seal. I was expecting it to peel off like one of those brother labels from a label printer, but nope. Let's see here. I need a hex head bit. Too big. Take the bottom off here. I want full access to everything. So the average person probably doesn't notice, but sometimes when you go to your online banking and you save a copy of a check you wrote, you'll notice that it's really messed up looking. You'll see streaks, or it's really dark, or maybe it skipped while scanning a little bit and it got stretched out looking. And yeah, it kind of all makes sense though now if you've seen this video, because well, it's basically just a computer scanner based and tripping on my words, and yeah, just same issues your copier would have if you have a paper jam or it's dirty. Just see who made this belt. Not Gates. Just normal belt. Oh, trying to figure out how I want to tackle this. Too lazy to grab the right tool. I don't think I haven't decided yet. I don't know if I'm going to make people suffer through watching me tear this down completely. Also, I might not be able to easily anyways. I noticed that the gears and pulleys all have a bunch of E-clips on them, and I don't feel like dealing with that. Not on video, at least. I'll see if I am motivated enough to take this to the workbench and clean it up, scrap metal wise. Alright, so we got the main control board here. It's basically some brains and a bunch of stepper motor controllers. We'll get to that. Oop. A board that came off of the assembly. I'm guessing it's some sort of firmware chip or licensing. And I can't get my camera to focus. And I can't read it, so it's just going to go back in its little home. A lot of power delivery on here because of the two big stepper motors it has to drive. And oddly enough, this whole board is conformal coated. I don't know if they thought it was going to get wet or if it's to make it harder to read the chips. Has a Xilinx Spartan for the brain. It's like an XC2850 is my best guess. Has some Micron memory here. Oh, yeah, this other stuff's just hard to read. Some Texas Instruments stuff. I'm gonna turn on the flashlight, see if that works. Of course, now you don't want to focus. Well, if a person's super motivated, I'm sure they'll figure out how to use this video to figure out what those chips say. I'm trying to read it through the camera, but it's too hard. All I see is blurry. Yeah, it's just all blurry. It's because of this conformal coating. It's like a rubber. Maybe it's silicone. It's nice. I mean, I don't know why it was necessary, but it was nice. Actually, it doesn't scrape off too hard. It's about the same as scraping off some shredded cheddar cheese that melted on your plate. Yeah, it's just too hard to read. But yeah, this is the whole controller board and everything. This didn't get its conformal coating. Oh, looks like the bottom in general didn't get the same type of conformal coating. I'm pretty sure my phone just hates me. There we go. No clue what that is. Pretty far away from the CPU, but maybe it's flash storage for the software. Or it's USB controller chips and support there, and you got whatever this port does. Cereal? Oh, this side. Oh, I do want... No, there's not really any easy way to tear this down. This is going to go in aluminum breakage. I'm probably going to try to salvage the stepper motors just because they're nice and they have the wires that go with them. But even that, I don't know. Oh. I'm not going to do that very easily because the screws and the stepper motors go all the way through the housing, looks like. It is interesting, the stepper motor has their own branding on it. They're Panini stepper motors. That was stubborn. Yeah, that's spinning. Yeah, I don't have the patience to deal with this. This is just going to get thrown in my aluminum breakage. Because it's going to take more time than it's worth to tear it apart. But all the intricate rollers and stuff that go through the path are pretty neat. Stuff's tied together and... Oh, I see. Wow, that belt. If that belt broke and you had to fix it, that's horrible. That looks like hell. So it goes over this one, down this through to those two, up over here, around the corner. Then goes up somewhere over here. I can't tell why. And then it zips around here, and then under this roller, and yeah, what a mess. That would be hell. You got all these outside like tensioners basically pushing up against the rollers as they spin. And this is its own independent drive system. This roller feels like it's going back. Oh, that's easy to move. Yeah, I don't think this roller is supposed to be that sticky. It's turning back into dinosaurs. It's like licorice. Probably wouldn't taste very good. Just a piece of foam there. At least those are easily serviceable, presumably. I don't know. I don't know how the cover's supposed to come off because it's busted. But, yeah, unfortunately, I don't feel motivated enough to tear this apart. This video is already longer than it probably needed to be, and it just isn't something I want to mess with. This is going to be absolute hell to get apart. But, I guess I'll show the part number on the scanner, which is not a part number. Sweet. Just a production label. Date code of when it was made. It's like an 07. This thing's ancient. 18 years old. But either way, hopefully that was interesting, and thanks for watching.